Hey folks, Cornell with YouTube Fishing Vids. That little machine right there says 47.4 degrees. I'm on a little itty bitty little mountain lake. 4 hours to fish, very close to home, well, 40 minutes or so from home, but amazing what 2 weeks will do to these water temps. The water temperatures are way down. Last time I was out fishing, the water temperatures were about mid to high 50s. And now I'm in that early winter zone here with under 50 degree water temps. So the Ned rig just went in on top of some fish that I saw. So happily I'm out here with some good electronics, dead calm, barely 50 degrees out here. It's really comfortable. The water temperatures are down. So a little bit of cloud cover, real clear water, finesse time. So let's go ahead and drag the Ned rig. And happily, I'm really excited about it. I got the blade bait on board. So the blade bait is definitely gonna come into play today. And if all rings true, we'll be whacking a couple early winter bass out here on a beautiful mountain lake. Guys, it took two casts and I'm on. 2 casts on with the swim bait. I'm sorry, blade bait. Oh, I'm just loving it so much. This is such a great time of year. And I'm anxious to see what it is. It could be a big crappie. It could be my little mountain bass. That's what we got. Itty bitty little guy coming in cold. But hopefully the fishing will be hot, because that's number one, guys, and it just took nothing to do it. Let me show you something kind of special here with my silver buddy. These silver buddies come with some pretty not so good hooks. So on this specific one, I've done this a few times. Take a look very carefully what I got here. On the very front, I added myself a number 2, actually it's number 3 little O-ring. It's a hyper wide wire split ring, I believe, by Owner. And these little hooks are short shank hooks. I went ahead and cut the very front hook off that treble so that when it goes through the water, and when it goes through the bottom, I'm sorry, it does one of those deals. I think Molix has that kind of routine on some of their blade baits, but it's really great to avoid snags. And then that back hook's exactly the same deal, but there's no O-ring on that one. I actually cut the eye of the hook with a little pair of wire cutters, bent it open, slid it right back over that little loop. So those two blades do not connect, and they do not hang up, and they do not get in each other's way. So there we go. So that's a little bit of what I got going on with the silver buddy, and we're just gonna keep casting around. There's fish everywhere, all over the place, and all these drops. So there's number 1. You can catch them in the cold, folks. You can catch them when it's cold. In fact, I've had days out here in temps mid-30s, mid to high 30s, and caught them back to back to back. These silver buddies and these blade baits are what usually does it. But I'm anxious to try out this Ned rig I got here too through some of these schools, but we're definitely gonna start covering some water. Find out where some of the bigger fish are, hopefully with this blade bait, maybe slow down on top of a few and mix it up. Got an itty bitty little swim bait tied on too in case I wanna find some suspended fish, or if I do in general find some suspended fish. But my guess, on a slick, cool, calm day like today, we're gonna find them on the bottom. So that's what we're doing. Oh my gosh, back-to-back cast, like I was just saying, guys. Back-to-back cast, and it's a better one. It's a better one right here, guys, in front of the boat. Just fan casting around me, even though I saw him behind me. It's a nice fish, guys. It's a really nice one. Holy crap, it's a really good fish. Unbelievable. Cast number 3, back-to-back cast, and it's a really nice chunky fish. Unbelievable. All right, give me a second. It looks like he's hooked really well. Fortunately on the front treble, which means he's got a little spin action with the split ring I got there, so he doesn't have leverage, and I got him in the boat. There he is. Look how beautifully hooked he is right there on that front treble, right in the nose. Absolutely incredible. What a way to start, guys. 3 casts, 2 fish, 47 degree water temperature. Pretty awesome, right? Oh, made a little move and picked up fish number 3, folks. Made a little move, just a little one. I mean, I just moved a little bit closer to the dam and saw some more fish. He doesn't feel big, but that's fish number 3. Didn't take very long. It's itty bitty little guy. I'll take anything. Always will take anything this time of year. If you're new to this game, guys, I'm telling you, blade bait bite, it's really mushy. It's really mushy. A lot of times it's just weight, and you're just gonna pull into the fish. If you got good hooks on there and you're using that braid to fluorocarbon leader deal, you're going to put it into them even in deep water. So you're just going to pull into the fish. You're going to feel a little bit of weight. It's going to feel like you're, catching up with some mucky leaves or something on the bottom, but then you'll feel that little surge, that little itty bitty little lethargic pullback, and you'll know you got a fish on. They don't fight too hard this time of year, but they still fight, and it's still fun, and it's still awesome. So definitely get out and do some blade bait fishing if you haven't. Unless it's a leaf, guys, it's a fish. Unless it's a leaf, it's a fish. Here comes number 4. Another guy, just another little guy. Let's see if it's bass or crappie. Crappie, guys. What'd I tell you? Multi-species action. There you go. Fourth fish is another species, and there's your crappie. So, you know, that's a keeper to some people, almost to me, but I'm not going to keep one that small. If I get into some big ones, I'm definitely going to break out the stringer. But fish number 4, and we got a crappie in the house. Oh my gosh, it came off a rock and then one came back and ate it, guys. Amazing, back to back after the crappie. So here we go again. So I hit the brakes on some fish that I saw, threw to him, didn't get a bite, turned left, threw to the bank, came down a drop, got myself a dink, a crappie, and another dink. So again, it's non-stop action, guys. Isn't that just the coolest thing? I mean, 47-degree water temperature, and it's just non-stop, even though they're small. There he is. Felt him hit it on the fall, guys. Absolutely awesome. What a fun bite. Just a little tick is all that was. Feels like a little bit better fish, maybe not. Not the little guy. I'll show you everything I'll throw you everything I catch, just to give you an idea of what really goes down. Hopefully I'm not going to bore you guys with a bunch of little guys. I will hopefully entertain you with a whole bunch of catching. So there's another dink of non-stop action, only a couple casts later after the last one. There we go, guys. There we go. Sat down for a minute just to chill. Did a little move here, and I came back to the dam where I'd been popping a couple, and came back and did it again. Again, just a little dink, guys, just a little dink. Sometimes it's like that in the wintertime, or early winter, I should say. But these fish aren't as deep as I thought they'd be. I actually see a lot of fish literally 12, 15 feet of water at a significant drop off. So dink going back. Guys, there's a Ned rig fish. Super slow drag, barely knew I had him. Typical Ned rig fish. And guys, you know, this blade bait's happening. It's just I wanted to try something a little bit different. I see fish all over the place. They're not biting nearly as well as I thought they'd be, but there you go. There's a little Ned rig fish, and it is California craw, something like that. Really cool color right there. But it's the Nedlock EWG. That's the weedless version, and I went ahead and actually used nail polish, and I made that head red. You can't buy these in red. I think they're black, green pumpkin, and chartreuse, but I've had a lot of luck with the open hook non-weedless shrooms head in red, and I actually just can't get them, so I made it myself. So there you go. There's a little Ned rig fish after a bunch of blade bait fish. So let's just keep dragging it, see if we can find one that's a little bigger. There we go. Stretching out my back, guys, and letting the Ned rig sit. That's how that rolls, man. I'm telling you, that Ned rig is a do nothing, simple little thing, and you just leave it down there and pop goes the bass. Little blue chin on it. He's really pretty. Itty bitty guy. A lot of dinks, guys, but again, under 50-degree water, tons of numbers. There we go. That's a little bit better bite. Not really. Not really. But you know, any bite's a good bite. I'm going to keep saying it over and over again. I'm going to keep showing you all these dinks because fish is better than no fish, right? Let's see what we have here, folks. I'm only in 17 feet of water in some chilly water, and I got a Castmaster going straight down, my famous little spoon. So let's see if I can get this Castmaster down there and inspect what this little spaghetti plate is. We got a whole school of something down low, nothing very deep. My guess is it's a bunch of little crappie, but we'll find out in a second if this little piece of metal decides to pop one. Let's see what happens. Nope, we got a little bite right there, right off the bat. There he is. Whatever's down there just bit. So let's pull it on. Oh, it's a nice little crappie. Look at that. We might be in for a little school of crappie here, folks. Check that out. That's literally on the first drop into a whole school of something. Very nice. All right, let me get some pliers out, and we'll start maybe popping a couple crappie here. And there he is. Wow, that feels like a better one, guys, right there. Jeez, what a good bite that was. I hope that's a big crappie, because if that's a crappie, it's a decent one, it feels like. Let's see what we got. Oh my gosh, a big bluegill. My gosh, look at this thing, guys. So we've got a bunch of little bass, a couple little crappie, a decent crappie, now this great big giant bluegill. Look at this thing on the Castmaster. Absolutely amazing. Too fun is that little spoon, I'll tell you. So there you go. I'm not going to keep any bluegill, although that's definitely a keeper. I'm not Not the biggest fan of eating crappie. I'm sorry, eating bluegill, but I am definitely eating those crappie. But look at that. Gosh, I can't even keep hold of him. He's so fat and slippery, obviously. But let me get one good look at that beauty. Big old bluegill going back. And there he is. Oh my gosh, another heavy fish, guys. What do you got here? Oh my gosh, I'm snagging. They're so thick down there, guys. I'm snagging them. I'm so thick, I'm snagging crappie. That's not big enough to keep, but they're down there, guys. They are definitely down there, obviously. Oh my gosh, what a bite. Amazing. It's just amazing when you pop one. Another big bluegill. My gosh, if I was a bluegill eating fan, I'm telling you guys, look at that. Amazing. Another big fat bluegill. So nice crappie, big beautiful fat bluegill like that, and the Castmaster does it all once again. All right, let's get him back down there and have some fun. So this is just fun fishing, guys. This is just absolute fun fishing. It is a heck of a feeling to have a little drop shot special rod in your hand. I got 10-pound, 12-pound test braid. I can't even remember what's on here. 7-pound test fluorocarbon leader and a little 1/8 ounce spoon. Little tiny thing, just popping everything that swims. And it's such a great feeling just getting hooked up. And you never know what you're going to catch. I'm telling you, I could be sitting here doing this, showing off a bunch of little panfish, but the big bass will come up out of nowhere and whack it. I'll catch a giant crappie, and there he goes again. Man, that is incredible. That was actually a snag. There's something down there, but thought I had a giant there for a second. Let's get it back down. Okay, right there. There's also rocks down here right by the dam. So there's rocks and all kinds of stuff below me, but mostly fish. I bailed on the crappie and the bluegill. I've decided to seek out one more bass to try and call it a night, but I don't think it's going to happen, folks. It's been a great day, but as the air gets cooler, so does the bite. So I'm just lucky I got out here. Extremely happy and lucky that I got on as many fish as I did in 47-degree water. And the blade bait, the Ned rig, and the itty-bitty little Castmaster strikes again. It did it again, guys. Another really great day. First day of real true early winter bass fishing going on with water temps below 50 degrees, and it was a good one. No sign out fish today. I'm gonna have to get on out of here because it's getting dim and I'm right by the boat ramp. So as always, I appreciate you joining me. As always, I appreciate you subscribing. Until we meet again, over and out.